everyone, we are entering layering season, and that means I've got a hankering to play dress up in my own closet. I'm gonna actually close and make some new outfits for the new fall season. But brain empty. Brain is actually worse than empty at this point. Brain is cavernous, cavity-filled maw. So where do we look when we seek inspiration for expressing our creativity through personal style? Pinterest? Are you serious? We look at the things surrounding us, the things that we love, and take a page from their books. So last time we did this, we were inspired by vintage children's book illustrations to put together some new outfits, and I think it was a smashing success. This time, we're inspired by K-pop, baby. And I know, hold on, not everyone who watches my videos is a K-pop stan. I get it. And guess what? You don't have to be to get some value out of the romp that we're about to embark upon. Okay, swap K-pop for your favorite musical genre or artist of choice, and we're off to the races. So, K-pop, a global music-focused juggernaut originating in South Korea, characterized by its emphasis on highly choreographed and polished performances, earworm-worthy choruses, and crippling hyper-controlling management styles. But also, the fashion, the style, which is what we're focusing on today. Each group has a different image. On top of that, each release and performance has a different aesthetic. It's theatrical and often on the cutting edge of trends. So you know when my favorite group, Stray Kids, recently released an album, I was all up in the mix when it came to what's the visual vibe? What styles are they sporting and remixing? And that's where we're going to begin our outfit exploration this week. Now, I do want to point out that oftentimes these performance outfits and styles aren't the most wearable ensembles. They're basically costumes, which I actually don't really mind in my day-to-day outfits, but I want to challenge myself to transpose some of these over-the-top looks into something casual that still aligns with what I like to wear on a day-to-day basis. I also mostly want to focus on items that I already have in my wardrobe, but there are a few things that I was inspired to try based on this album release that I don't have in my closet. So of course, we all know what that means. That's right, to the thrift store. While we peruse the racks, let's chat a little bit about the looks that we're working with today, and maybe we can do a little bit of style analysis as well. So this newly released album is called Karma. It's all about this kind of fake sports tournament, so things are very sporty, a little streetweary, while also sometimes leaning very preppy, with the title track, Ceremony, focusing on celebrating achievements and domination of the competition as a team. It's a banger, from thrashed football pads to deconstructed taekwondo uniforms. Most of the styling has a super high visual contrast, whether that's with silhouette or color palette. It's a lot of black, a lot of white, and then these pops of really bright kind of neon, super saturated colors. Yellow, lime green, bright red. For example, the photo shoot for the album concept focuses on white, black, and red. There's also this photo shoot that really speaks to my style sensibilities. That's all black, white, with one pop of color for each member. I also really love how they pair these sports items with the preppy and classic silhouettes. So cool. So mostly what I'm going to be looking for is things like jerseys, sporty materials like windbreaker. Is windbreaker the name of the material? But also if there are some structured pieces in those bright colors, those would work well for layering. Oh my gosh. International Male. It's just like a little second skin t-shirt. Looks very sporty with this little mock neck. Perfect. One of my favorite songs on the album, Bleep, focuses on blocking out negative noise and focusing on chasing what you want in life. However, the visual style of the music video takes a totally different visual path than the rest of the album. It feels a little incongruous, focusing on this urban sheriff or cowboy aesthetic, but it's very centered on like fiber arts in a kind of cluttered, layered bohemian vibe. Like there are crochet headpieces, mismatched concho buttons, fringe jackets paired with this matrixy surveillance state story. Specifically, I was super struck by Bang Chan's look in this video. The monochromatic layering is going crazy with texture and the different lengths. I'm kind of obsessed. It's almost a little coastal cowgirl, if we're gonna be honest. Frilly, handmade textures. I found this little knit vest. I think it's handmade, or I should say homemade, but I really like the natural or raw edge that they left at the bottom. I feel like this could work for layering. I also found this crochet-y poncho, like tie-side piece. That also feels like a great layering option. He has like this frilly, knitty outer layer. Maybe we could play with that. Liz Claiborne never misses. let's be honest. Look at this little stitched detail. I try not to be in the business of just buying random stuff at the thrift store just for a video that I'm only going to show once and then never really wear again. So I don't know if I'm going to honestly be able to find much that will get a lot of use outside of this video, but that remains to be seen. Look at this. Vintage. Made locally too. I was about to give up hope on the dresses, but I found something perfect. Sporty little Adidas dress with this netting built in. Is it a skirt? If it's a skirt, I'm gonna freak out. Might be a wee bit small. This is not K-pop related at all, but ooh, it's so cute. I'm unironically tempted by this Naruto jacket. Ooh, this is very referee-esque. That's cool. I fear I've made a mistake. Let me sort through and I'll show you what I got when I get home. Alright people, let's start with the outfit that inspired this whole video. And special thanks to Lizzie, who DM'd me on Instagram and was like, hey, these outfits kind of have you written all over them. The outfit is the Bang Chan Coastal Grandma Ensemble. Why do I keep saying Coastal Grandma? I mean Coastal Cowgirl. Sorry. I love to layer, especially transparent textured layers. And this outfit has a bunch of those. Now, as a reminder, I'm not really trying to go for one-for-one parody here. We're really just getting inspired by the look, by the vibe. And I knew I had one piece in my wardrobe that would fit perfectly with this gauzy vintage pink dress that I think we'll be able to layer over and under some stuff. Specifically, I did find a poncho of sorts at the thrift store. This is not something that I would typically lean towards style-wise. Let's start layering stuff up, shall we? Okay. Oh. One thing about such gauzy layers is that sometimes they can be pretty unstructured, which I don't necessarily like. I like a little structure to my fabrics, a little bite. So I'm gonna see if I can preserve some of that with some folding and bunching, perhaps. And then, how do I feel about capes? Not a bad start. I opted for a silky skirt instead of the khaki pants. I thought a little bit of shimmery fabric would be nice under all of the transparency we've got going on. It just feels a little too precious up here. Like maybe I made it a little too fitted with the belt. It feels like shirt, bottom. Let's scraggle it up a bit. Okay, I think we're there. All it took was a little zhuzhin and some accessories. We've got a right stack of chunky silver jewelry mixed with a little angelic bolo tie and this honkin' winged horse pin to add just a little more interest. I zhuzhed the fit a little bit so it wasn't so like... And then also, to finish her off, I added some additional layering. So, we've got a little bit of tulle on top of satin cream pinstripe pants. Not an outfit I thought I would ever put together. These trousers under the dresses, very good, very good. The cowboy boots might be a little on the nose, but that's okay. They're allowed to be. Cute. On to the next. Oh, before we go, let me just real quick hit the... Okay, I feel better now. We can continue. For the next one, this is one of my favorite recent shoots. I love the styling in this shoot, specifically because it uses a lot of outfit recipes that I like to use. Black, white, crazy pop of color. Admittedly, it's not revolutionary, but it is a favorite of mine. So pretty much every member is rocking this high contrast, slightly sporty, but also almost business casual styling. And then we've got IN over here in this random tweed blazer. And I'm like, that doesn't quite fit, but it also does in a way. And I just happened to find, just the perfect similar item at the thrift store. Oh, I love this thing. If you've been around my channel for any period of time, you know I love a big structured blouse with huge shoulders and puffy sleeves that has a cropped and kind of snatched silhouette at the waist. And if that ain't what this is, so let's play. I mean, come on, come on. I like it just open, but I also like it buttoned appropriately for a little bit of shape. And then he's got some leathery pants styled, which I just so happen to have a pair of. And I'm in agreement that I think that would look pretty cool. That's not them. That's not them either. Thrifted pleather, where are you? Oh. Okay, well, his hat is not something that I am really interested in trying to emulate. I do have this little fuzzy beret. And this outfit just keeps getting more and more late 80s, early 90s, clueless, slash business core, which I'm so into, with the fuzzy beret, with the huge shoulders, and with, drumroll please, the Cher Horowitz yellow Clueless tabbies. I know, I had to get a little weird with it, alright? And this way we can inject a little bit of color too. I like the clash of the really small workwear check with the much larger, more saturated yellow check. And there are so many cool details about this outfit. I think one of my favorites, which I just noticed, the shiny black of these buttons isn't repeated anywhere else except the shiny black of the pants. Isn't that cool? Match your buttons to your pants? It's 2025, anything can happen. I was gonna try a belt as a necklace, alright? I've done this with this belt before because it creates this really thick utility choker, which is cool, obviously, if you were wondering. And I was gonna add a bunch of jewelry, but maybe this is just it. I feel very cool in this. I feel very me too, which is definitely the goal, because at the end of the day, we're making this video because we're feeling uninspired and we're looking for fresh ways to look at things that we look at every day in our closets so that we can give them a little more wear. I feel like a capital C cool capital G guy. All right, let's try another one. Oh, but before I go, let me just really quick hit the... Alright. Okay, we're actually gonna do one really quick from the same shoot. Because have you seen this jacket on Sungmin? The wood print, but it's blue and black. Ooh, wow! That's really good. But it's a pretty simple outfit. It's just blazer over blue turtleneck with black pants. And more than anything, I wanted to just try and style the exact same muscle shirt that he's wearing that I found at the thrift store. Isn't that crazy? And it's vintage. International male. Okay, it's probably not that old. Only for men. And the raglan sleeve, which means the sleeve connects at the neckline like a baseball tee. Let's throw her on. I didn't even try her on at the thrift store. Hope it fits. It does. Perfect. Alright, I got a little crop jacket we can try with it. Can you hear me? And we're gonna jump on that puffin. If you're noticing a market energy change, I took a single sip of iced coffee. I mean, it's a pretty simple look. We got a little thrifted pleather on thrifted pleather on thrifted international male mock neck t-shirt with the raglan sleeve. I would consider myself to be 98% Sungmin right now. What do you think? I think I need to put myself in timeout. I forgot actually that the next look is from the same photo shoot, and it's the original look that I liked from the photo shoot, bubblegum pink princess Lino. I love whatever is wrong with this man. And I was mostly inspired by those round buttons, because could it be another structured 80s 90s blouse with big puffy sleeves and a little snatched waist? Why, yes. But instead of stripes, have you considered polka dots? Just wondering. I actually just rented this off Rent the Runway. Not sponsored, but they did send me an affiliate link if you are interested in trying. And I got this specifically to layer with another polka dot blouse of the corset style. This is not the outfit that I was planning to do, but since I mentioned it, I guess I have to show you. Hope it fits. Off the shoulder. That's a lot of polka dots. I'm typically not a polka dot fan, but something about this combo just really got my gears turning. Okay, anyways, what is this combination of looks? I feel like I work in a saloon while simultaneously feeling like I work in an 80s office and should be wearing pantyhose while also feeling like a rodeo clown. Perfect. I'm not sure what shoes he's wearing, probably some corked up little platform Converse or something, but I think we're gonna go with some tassel loafers that have like a little rose gold paint on the fringe to keep things professional, you know? This is crazy. I'm seeing my clothing in such a new light thanks to this video. Thank you, Lino. You always know what's best. Okay, how about we move on to another inspiration source, another photo shoot. But before I go, let me just hit the... Moving on. Okay, next we've got another Bang Chan banger. It's actually from a live performance. And I gotta give a shout out to Stray Kids Clothes Instagram account for providing this video clip for our reference. Alright, so the main thing that I like about this outfit is the checker jersey. It's cool. I've always loved a stripe. I've always loved a checker. It can feel a little Halloween sometimes. And when we were thrifting, I was able to find this bad boy. This wavy checker sports shirt. Now, upon getting it home and washing it and drying it does still smell like shit. I couldn't tell you why. So let's make this quick. I thought it would be fun to pair this very sporty top with a much more whimsical bottom. I'm gonna be mouth breathing for this entire segment. I mean, that's kind of cute. Anyways, one of y'all recently sent me this link to this mixed media vintage silk paneled skirt. It's got lace. It's got silk. It's got velvet. And you were like, this kind of seems like something you would like. I said, why did you do that now? I have to buy it. And I did. It's awesome. Anyways, I thought the texture would be fun to pair without getting too crazy with color. I think this jersey, if I am able to remove the stench from it, which I think I can. It's a great candidate for an upcycle where we could add some shirring to make it a little more fitted and also stretchy. That would be great. But for now, I'm gonna button her up. And can we use the magic of safety pins to create a fun shape? Let's find out. Where am I? Where did I go? I'm lost. Oh, please no. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Please, I'm scared. Don't worry, I'm back. Actually, before we do this, I added a layer. I mean, this is kind of cutie patootie and something that I would wear. Big top, big bottom. But just for the sake of it, we will pin. How? I don't know. Okay, we're pinned. I went for a little asymmetrical look since this is a very classic silhouette. And also just kind of went ham with the safety pins. We've got some going up the front. We've got some pinnage to create more of a bodice, more of a shape down here. We've got my little carabiner necklace, kind of just peeking out to create a little interest up top and a little peak of color. And this is a very simple, with a twist. Look, I love it. Crazy what a couple safety pins can do. Oh, also got the matching tube socks. I was actually already wearing them, so he copied me. La 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 la. On to the next. We have a bit of a deep cut. This is an outfit that Ian wore in an Instagram reel in June, I think. Dancing to their Japanese single. Cinco de Mayo. Their Japanese single, Hollow. It's a pretty simple suit look, but we've got this white ribbon closure happening at the side. When I saw that, I just kind of never forgot it. You ever see a ribbon and never forget it? What about this one? Anyways, I just posted on Instagram a picture of my last couple outfits, asking if y'all could guess what the theme for this week's video is. And so far, none of y'all have gotten it, but your guesses are actually really good. Dressing like a Victorian ghost for a week. That's a great idea. Cosplaying as Lamb Chop. I don't know if that was meant to offend me or not, but I definitely took it as a compliment. Anyways, I already have an idea for this outfit. It's very simple, and I've actually kind of worn it before. Before I go, I just started taking this shirt off, and it's pinned in such a way where now it's stuck this way. And I kind of love this. Is this how I should have been wearing it the whole time? All right, anyways, we start out with the classics. Calf length, pleated skirt, a staple for our base. And then for our top, I've got options. I want your opinion. First option, we have this literal tailcoat that I thrifted. I mean, come on. Still have these big old pins on it, which I don't hate, but I feel like silver might suit us a little bit better for this. I like this combo because I feel like the tail portion of the coat is a really nice length with my skirt. The fact that there are two long panels in the back kind of mimic the long pleats in the skirt. We just need to pin on a big old ribbon bow. But before we do that, let me show you the other option. I forgot I even had this. I've never worn it since thrifting it. It's basically the same thing. Black blazery tuxedo topper, but with some fun details. You've got translucent sleeves with little satiny cuffs and little loop button closures that kind of feel a little corset-y. And I feel like we might be able to pull this over to the side a little bit so it kind of has that asymmetrical feel. Oh yeah. This is it. I've decided. Wow. Now we need a big bow. I'll be right back. Bow. If you would like to know how it is attached to my jacket, you gotta ask management because that is above my pay grade. What a freaking look. Whoa. I feel like a funeral director. I feel like an 80s corporate goth. It's a good reminder that we can all contain multitudes. I know a lot of people love to wear black or all black, but it can get a little daunting to figure out how to differentiate your looks since a lot of times they tend to just blend all together. And this is a great exercise in playing with texture, silhouette, layering, adding movement, and I've added one more outfit possibility to my wardrobe. Oh my gosh. I don't want to take this off. Can you see the gears turning? I can feel them. Well, folks, what did you think? I always come out of these videos feeling way more inspired and invigorated than when I started. And it's not just inspired stylistically, but just literally. It really feels like I've been bushwhacking some new neural pathways, putting together these new looks. And that is a rare feeling as a 32-year-old lady. Not forming as many new neural pathways as I used to, gotta admit. One of the things I like most about the outfits that I put together is that they all feel so distinct from each other. We went super textured and layered. We went all buttoned up and kind of formal. Who knows what I'll try next? Also, if you watch this video and you're not a K-pop fan, thank you for hanging out with me. I kind of felt like I was hanging out with a friend and info dumping on them about something that I love and am passionate about. So thank you for spending your time so generously. And if you are a K-pop fan, what's up, you sickos? Maybe there's another group that you'd like to see my my outfit take on. Or maybe I should just do a full style analysis of different groups in the future. Or maybe a style analysis of a favorite show, or a movie, or an album. The sky isn't even the limit here, folks. We actually all got together and decided that the limit does not exist. With that, I'm gonna get out of here. Hope you're taking care of yourself as best as you can out there, and I'll be back soon with another video. If you're new and you would like to subscribe so you can be notified and updated when I do post that next video, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it and would love to have you back. Until then, stay so stinky. I love you. Bye!